Fans live for games like this one.
So I figure you saw that tweet.
Yeah, I saw it.
And you didn't say anything back.
Nope. I remember what you told me last time.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
What's wrong?
Honestly, I was kind of hoping you put him in his place.
What? I thought we didn't like that kind of attention.
Last time you started it, you were the bully. Now you're just defending yourself. No one would fault you for that.
Coach, I did not think you had this side to you. I like it, man.
Everyone's got their limits, right?
So you sure I can respond? And you ain't gonna get mad?
I encourage it. Just make sure you back it up.
Not even an issue. I got you, Coach.
I'm excited to pay the bash because I want to make a positive video.
MP.
Attention Nets fans, we can't wait to see you on the next home game because everyone in attendance will receive a bobblehead of your Nets mascot. Tuesday fans, with Brooklyn Nets hat giveaway day. We've got limited edition caps to the first 10,000 fans in the building on game night.
On the day that George Washington was born, 2K Sports brings you the best in NBA coverage. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at Brooklyn. Right now they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds.
Well, right now for Brooklyn, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Edey out there with Jalen Williams. Then there's Blunt, and it's Thunder, and it's Dillingham in at the 2. And looking at the Nets, they've got Smith. Martin is out there with Adams, and there's Miles Turner, and it's Starks in at the 1 spot. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
And talk about competitive spirit. MP has come out and, in essence, dedicated this season to winning his own matchups.
Well, when you make a declaration the way MP did, you wonder how your team will react. Because sometimes a goal helps inspire everyone, but it can also serve as a distraction. In this case, it's the former. And MP has been locking his man down, and this team has been playing well.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Smith the pass to Adams. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Thunder. Here's Blunt. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Adams. A steal. Here's Thunder driving in. Adams, some nice D.
Yeah, they're still looking for some cohesion offensively.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Brooklyn shooting their first foul shots of the night here. Free throw good, starts.
At the line, 2 times.
And both free throws good for Starks.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Starks with the steal. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Shots good by Turner.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
Here's Thunder. Pass to Blunt. Latrey drills the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is Starks. He had 15 points last outing. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Blunt. Lets it go with a 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Blunt's got 6.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now, here is Starks. He has 7. Back to Smith. A baseline J. And again, it's Brooklyn converting. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the...
And it's a great finish!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Pass to Adams. Smith outside. The 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Yeah, give credit to those guys for playing with such aggressiveness. It makes a huge difference when you get that kind of boost from your second unit.
Here's Adams. 80 with the rebound. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Thunder. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Here's Starks. 7 points in the game. Turner with the screen for Smith. No good from outside.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Warriors was a man on a mission. He had 27 points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3-ball. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Smith on the wing. Puts it up. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Smith's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Starks outside. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Starks has got 12 points in the game.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
And the Nets making a change here. Cheatham's checked in. Starks up top. 12 points for him. Outside Turner. Outside Martin. Shot clock at 6. Now here is Starks. Defense right on him. Bank shot. No good. Memphis leading. Thunder passes to Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Here's Starks. Wide open shot is on the money. 14 points for him. Memphis has gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. Here's Thunder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, and you can't overlook the 4 steals he added. Those were some major momentum swings.
Cheatham passes to Adams. Starks outside. Pass to Martin. To the inside. And it's Starks that time on the assist by Martin. And the Nets lead by 1.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Starks. Grizzlies with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that
good. Another from 3.
And he's now tied for first.
And his next triple would see him stand alone. There's 1:47 left to play in the first. And the foul called on Thunder. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here.
Substitutions on the court.
And there's 1:45 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Whitehead. Nance a screen. Shot's good by Whitehead.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Williams a screen on Nance. And it's Thunder missing. The Nets with the lead. 1:12 left to play in the first quarter. A shot by Starks, no good.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
Brooklyn making some changes. Jeffries has checked in, and Smith's subbed in for Starks.
Well, they had a chance for the lead right there, but we're all evened up.
Here's Weber. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part. Looking now at some numbers for Thunder. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. First in scoring, first in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Nancy's checked in for Brooklyn.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Weber stepping to the line.
And he's good on the second. Memphis trailing here. Here's Thunder, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish. Pass to Cheatham. To the middle. Here's Whitehead. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from Williams.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. And it's Thunder missing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Smith, the pass to Nance. And here's Weber. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Tie game in Brooklyn. And back with the start. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Edey. Thunder is out there with Dillingham. Then there's Blunt, and it's Iguodaro in at the 4-man position. And how about we check the numbers for him?
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Weber kicks to Smith. Knocks down the 3-ball. Smith's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nets.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Blunt passes to Thunder. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Now Dillingham. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Golden State Warriors.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
Here's Weber. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Memphis has gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Here's Thunder in the corner, Dillingham with it. It's stolen by Smith. Weber in the post. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Here's Thunder. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him.
Right.
Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational. Another steal. To the paint, here's Blunt, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Grizzlies?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at the Grizzlies. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason.
And I think for Memphis, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Yeah, no one is taking them lightly. This is a team with everything you really need to make some noise in the playoffs.
Here's Thunder. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Smith. Back to Martin. At the elbow, Smith. Got it. Good job in the low post. Smith's got 10. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. And it's Thunder missing. Nets trail by 6. Martin dishes to Weber. Over Dillingham. Misses off the left iron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Thunder. He's got 22. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Pass to Weber. Outside Turner. Smith on the wing. 6 to shoot. Martin for 3. Dillingham with the rebound. Memphis leading by 6. Here's Thunder. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. 12 points for him.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Now here is Smith. 26 points for him last game against Golden State. Releases. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen by Martin. Smith on the wing. Good on the three-point shot. Smith's got 9 points in the quarter.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. Adams, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Starks comes in for Weber. Williams, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And the basket by Thunder.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Poked away. Into the lane. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Turner finds Smith. Starks outside. From outside, off the mark. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Here's Thunder. Here's Williams. No good on that one. Great D that time from Martin. Pass to Starks. Inside. Here's Adams. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
And Memphis making a change here. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Warriors. Adams sets the pick for Smith. Traps in the tray. Smith's got 16 points.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. Doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. At the elbow, it's Turner. Pass to Smith. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Going inside.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Starks outside. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Man, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's...
And again for 3.
That's it. Mission accomplished.
First place in career threes is his and his alone. A legendary career and the moment upon us is MP with the microphone in hand. Let's listen in.
Breaking the record for threes in a career is, wow, it doesn't feel real. We're celebrating this record now after it's broken, but this started a long time ago. Setting this type of record means laser, narrow focus, repeated over and over again, shot after shot, day after day, year after year. I never planned for this, but the work I've put in, all those times, no one was looking. It was just me, alone in the gym. Hey man, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of me, and I'm going to keep going for as long as I can. Thank you. Thank you.
An emotional MP, and rightly so, right, Greg? He has surpassed the all-time great three-point shooters.
And now it's MP's name we'll be thinking of first when we think of legendary three-point snipers.
Nets trail by 14. Smith on the wing. And Turner kicks to Smith. Outside, Martin. Pass to Starks. From past the arc. Starks can't get that one to fall.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Memphis moving it around. Here's Buffkin. Off target from outside. And for the Nets, they're shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Smith, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Smith's got 18 points.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Adams sets the pick for Smith. Unloads from 13. A shot by Starks, no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Over in the corner, Williams. To the middle. The kick out to Williams. And the three off target. Nets trail by 14. Three-pointer, Martin. After two misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Martin with the block. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. In the corner, it's Martin. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
That'll do it for the first half. Grizzlies lead by 8. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
Taking a look here at the Grizzlies, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the Nets.
I think about when I was coming up. The emphasis on protecting the ball, it's not always demanded of guys now.
That's been the key difference here for them, no question. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been a clinic out there by Thunder.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Adams is out there with Martin. Then it's Turner. And it's Smith. And it's Starks in at the point. So that's the Nets 5.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Brooklyn. 6-point game. And the foul called on Thunder. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Smith. It's good. Smith's got 20.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
They set the screen, and the shot goes down. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Pass to Martin. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. And it's blocked. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break.
He's going to put that one in his scrap. Look, insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Smith outside. Outside Turner. Here's Starks. No good on the three.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Here's Dillingham. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Starks outside. Got a hand on it. A 3 ball. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Smith outside. Adams sets the pick for Smith. Pass to Adams. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Turner. Gets the front of the rim and out. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Dillingham with it. He's got 19. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his 2nd in this half.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you missed the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Yeah, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. With some arc, rebound Brooklyn. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Starks with it. Now guarded by Thunder. Starks the pass to Smith. Here's Martin. Pass to Turner. Over Edey. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Martin. Martin's got 5 assists tonight.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Grizzlies.
1 passes to Thunder. Some nice passing there by Memphis. There's the screen. Here's Dillingham. Off target with his 3. Nets trail by 14. Smith the pass to Starks. Can't connect from short range. Memphis has gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Thunder, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Let's take this chance to bring you now the hottest shooters from downtown this month. Look at Thunder. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
And the Nets making a change here. Cheatham's checked in. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Vassell's checked in.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. All alone. Rebounded by the Nets.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Starks with it. Now defended by Thunder. And he comes up with the deuce. Starks has got 21 in the game.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's Thunder, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Smith outside. To the inside. Starks. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed. With their offensive execution.
Grizzlies making a switch here. And a chance. Now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Memphis.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Turner with the screen for Smith. Bangs home the trifecta. Smith's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
And another miss by Memphis.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Williams against Martin. Comes up empty down low.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to Bufkin. Launches it. Connects from three-point range. Bufkin's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
And here's Smith. 23 points in the game. Martin with the screen for Smith. Lets it go. And it's Martin missing.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. Some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jeffries is checked in, and it's Whitehead in for Martin. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And checking out the stats for Williams. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's around 14 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineups, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
Weber looking around. Starks, right side. Yes, that goes in. Starks has got 26.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Nets trail by 10. Cheatham passes to Starks. He takes it in. And stolen by Williams. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Nancy's checked in for the Nets. Pass to Whitehead. Back to Starks. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Whitehead's shot is off. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Here's Thunder. Starks with the rebound. Starks has got 5 rebounds tonight. The Nets have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And he makes both free throws.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to Weber. Here's Nance. And good work on the boards that pick up the second chance points.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Thunder. And again, Memphis no good. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Folks, welcome back to the game. Just last quarter, we saw a change in the all-time three-point shooting leader standing.
A new all-time leader was crowned, ladies and gentlemen. In a league full of expert snipers, he has risen to the top of the all-time ranks.
On the court for Memphis to start the fourth, they've got Jalen Williams. Dillingham is out there with Thunder. Then there's Edey. And it's Blunt in at the 3 spot. Nance. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Zach Edey picks one up.
Clearly a foul.
The first free throw is good.
Shooting 2. Nets.
Both free throws good from Nance. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Another bucket. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Pass to Cheatham. The 15-footer. Edey with the rebound. Cheatham's gone 1 of 3 on the night. One passes to Thunder. They set the pick beyond the arc. And good! There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Got a piece of it. And another steal for him.
And you got to be careful around him.
No, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Smith gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Here's Thunder. Pass to Blunt. Here's Thunder. Guarded by Weber. Down low. Here's Edey. And he banks in the layup. Edey's got his first 2 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Weber. That's tipped. And they'll get another chance. And Nance kicks to Weber. Clock at 6. Nance a screen. Another shot. Here's Dillingham. That one goes in. Dillingham's got 24 points.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Right hand shot is off.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth, and the foul called on Thunder. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. So for the Nets, Jeffries is checked in, and Martin subbed in for Whitehead. Grabber outside. To the wing right side. Cheatham misses. Memphis leading by 16. Takes a three. Rebound, Brooklyn. Martin's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And the foul called on Thunder. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Williams against Weber. Smith outside. They set the pick. There's the three. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Thunder. Here's Blunt. 6 on the shot clock. Kept alive. Out to the right wing. Dillingham. Here's Heady. And finally they hit one.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The Nets call time.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Poke loose. Williams with the steal. To the paint. Here's Blunt. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Back to Weber. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoy
nabbing another steal.
And he has been an absolute feast on the floor. Another steal.
Greg, that swipe puts him tied for second all-time for most steals in a game. What a defensive effort from him. Trying to get something going. It's good from long range.
Well, that's his first three here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Here's Thunder. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Grabber outside. Pass to Martin. And a great assist by Weber as that one goes in. 10 points for Martin.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
And the foul called on Thunder. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of...
Coach.
Hey, way to go, MP. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Be honest. You were worried you went too far, huh?
Yeah, I think I let my emotions get the best of me.
Coach, I told you I got you, man.
Yo, look, I don't want you making a habit of this, but I gotta admit, it's satisfying.
Maybe you should get on social, start talking your own talk, huh?
Oh, no, I think I'll leave that to you. Just make sure you're 50 as possible, okay? It's time to place for everything. You gotta know when to push your right buttons.
I'll be clear. Understood. See you later, Coach.
All right, see you around, please.
All right.
MP is different. Best shooter ever.
What's up, MP? Congrats. No one's been more threes than you in NBA history. Something to tell your kids down the road.